Entrepreneur, no manure. I'm the
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the David L. Moore Show. I, of course, am your host, David L. Moore. And we have a special guest, a person that is definitely in my circle, in my corner. Good friend of mine, known him for many moons, many years. Mentor, and just an overall successful brother. And I love it. Mr. Brady Tyler. What's up, bro? We've been trying to do this for a minute, man, but what better time than now?
Than the present, baby. But hold on, we got to change something. We brothers, he said a mentor. Who am I a mentor to? Who following me?
Hey, man, you know I'm nuts. You know, I'm absolutely can get insane. You rapping. Because it's many times where I'm like, look, I don't know how this is going to work out. And this brother like, look, maybe look at it from this point of view on this side, because you know you nuts. And this, and this. But now, man, give the people something, man. Give them some wisdom, some pearls, some love. Because this channel, man, we all about helping each other grow, man, and making people better. And then we're going to get into our interesting conversations, because y'all going to get it today.
No doubt. No doubt. First and foremost, thank you, bro, for even inviting me on. I've been watching you. I've been seeing you do your thing. You're the one that's kept me involved when I get in my head. So it is definitely a treat that you've branched out and you're trying to educate the people and helping them. Like Dave said, man, he's inspired me. He's a very humble guy. When we got reconnected, he reminded me of some things because we were both in sales for a long time. And he reminded me, man, you got to bring it every time, B. Stop being so nice all the time. Just get out here and do it because you're a nice guy. So I always want to salute my brother for always believing in me, and being supportive throughout the years. But just a little bit about myself. For those of y'all who don't know me, I am a licensed therapist. I'm in the construction industry. I run dump trucks and dump trailers. So I'm an all-around Renaissance guy, and I'm about to go salsa dance in about an hour. So ladies, if you're trying to get spun around, holler at me. You know what I'm saying? But one of the things I really wanted to come on your show and talk about, Dave, is people tuning into themselves, making time every day. I was just reading an article the other day, and it's about a lady who was deemed not being a team player. And the reason why they said she wasn't a team player was because during the lunchtime, 12-1, her only requirement in every contract she signed was, I get no contact. I'm going for a walk in nature with no phone, no pager, for all the old heads, no nothing. And they deemed her not being a team player and unapproachable. We got to change that.
Yeah.
It should be normal to be without a device for at least an hour.
It's funny you said that, man. Like a couple of days ago, I put something on Facebook that said, take back control of your morning. Don't run to your phone. Like, soon as you wake up, you know how many people, the first thing they do is reach over and grab their phone to see what's going on, see what they done missed. Man, let that be, man. Let that ride. Like you don't always, that can't be your first thing. It's so much more to life than just picking up what they call that smart device. You know, and really you can say it's a smart device, but it's a very divisive item because it divides you from the people that might be right in front of you. How many couples of people you see now sitting right there and both of them looking at their phone?
Looking at the phone, talking to their phone.
Have nothing to talk about. No. Don't get the ones that's the master to where they looking at the phone still talking. I'm like, but you're right, man. You're right.
We got to take back that time. And here's 3 things that you can do during that time. Meditate. So you can download the information. You can pray. Talk to the universe about what you want and what you're trying to accomplish. And then you could chant. People are like, what's chant? Chant is moving and stating what you're doing and then putting it to action. If we spend an hour of the day, now that may be a lot for some, but if you spend an hour just curating your voice and being okay with being alone and by yourself, I think some powerful stuff can come from that.
Mm-hmm. You think that, because we talked about, we've been talking about meditation for so many years, man. And, it's something that, for me personally, I struggle with the consistency part of that. You don't want to be the person that meditate when you need to. You want to meditate all the time, even when you feel you don't need to, because guess what you do? You need to do it even then. You know what I mean? So meditation is very important, especially if you know how to use it to keep you centered and grounded. But the stuff that my man is talking about, all of them 3 key areas that he's discussing are very important if you want to achieve exactly what he's talking about. What out of those 3, is there a particular order that you go in, or?
See, now, people, I got to tell y'all something. Everybody on the internet all across the world, because Dave is big in India, by the way. He's been getting it popping over there. Our brown brothers love our black brothers over here, man. Shout out to India. You know what I'm saying? But yes, actually, there is a sequence to the equation. And thank you for clarifying it. Because based on my limited research and my understanding of how the dynamics works, is you start with prayer. That's your way of talking to the universe, saying what it is that you want and deserve and possibly need. And then you go into meditation. That's the universe's way of downloading the answers to you. So you prayed, you spoke out to it, now you meditate and receive the guidance. And then chant is by putting that stuff into action, by saying it and believing it and saying what you're going to do. And then after that, you take immediate action. So prayer, meditate, chant, action. PMCA.
Gone, PMCA. And that's just for y'all that don't know. Hey, man, y'all better take some notes, man, because he's dropping pearls for you. He's actually teaching you what. And here, he ain't even charging you. He's just giving you the knowledge because that's my partner. He's just doing that, and we're trying to make the world a better place. And, if you just do the things that he's saying here, even if you don't, quote unquote, believe in it, just try it. This is the stuff that it doesn't matter what you believe in, just do the action because the results will be there.
No doubt.
Now, we on my podcast, so we got to address my partner. Everybody partner. That's what I call them. Everybody partner.
Oh, boy.
I got to talk about this. And this is where, go on here. I don't care if y'all get mad. So what? Man, what's up with this? We got a president. We got some Epstein files. We got all this stuff that everybody's hearing. And, I ride the line. I'm not on anybody's side. I'm on my side. So if you're on my side, I'm on your side. That's the play. But, I was having a conversation about Donnie, and, people said, man, he puts the most unqualified people in positions, right? So what I like to do is I like to play devil's advocate. I look at both sides. So I said, well, look at it like this. Imagine if by hook or crook, you somehow won a position of power. And everyone in the world thought you didn't deserve that position of power. Mm-hmm. You have to put people that you trust in those important positions because they're not going to screw you over. And then you surround them with intelligent people so they can all do the job. So what did you think was going to happen? Who did you think he was going to put in these positions? Think about it. If someone is always under attack, the one thing you can do to defend yourself is put a general here, put one there, put one there. Because at the end of the day, you ain't getting ready to get me. But if I surround those people who I trust with people of intelligence who can perform the task, what exactly is wrong with that?
Okay. I see where Yeah, they gonna be in your DMs and your comments, bro. They gonna be at you, bro. They gonna be at you.
Everybody know I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Trump hater.
No, we're just doing what we should have been doing, which is critical thinking and having a dialogue. That's how, if we keep it in the buck, that's how he won, because we can't critically think and have dialogue and disagreement.
Right. Without it turning violent.
Like, man, calm down, bro. Like, hey, because all that chitter chatter, you ain't doing nothing. He won. Ain't nobody did nothing. So, when you get done with all that stuff you was talking, you still at work.
When the rap is done, guess what you got to do? Call it.
If we're the sign of intelligence, one of the things they say, the sign of intelligence, being able to defend both sides of a position, right? Okay. So based on what you said, if Donald Trump is known for putting people in place that shouldn't technically be there, or they're not qualified, that means he believes in diversity.
Right.
Does it not?
Fair. That's fair. Yeah.
And so before don't come for me. We're just playing devil's advocate. So he's putting people in position that other people say shouldn't be there, right? So that's diversity. And then if you look at it, the things that he is doing is because we've allowed it to manifest.
Right. Right.
When you have individuals who decide not to vote, that allows them to come in. Do you have people who voted against their own self-interest?
Yeah.
So clearly he has the ability to communicate something to somebody.
Right.
Because then nobody, not that I know of, weren't forced to vote for him.
Right.
So what are we talking about?
See? All right. So I asked this on I got a Game of Hogs podcast, and I'm on with two fellas, and the topic of discussion was, and this got people too, boy, this man. But in your opinion, can a dictatorship be a positive thing?
Come on, man. What you doing today? You trying, they gonna be looking for you, bro.
I got game for these people. Let's go.
Now, let me make sure I heard the question correctly. You said, can a dictatorship be positive?
Correct.
I think that's perspective. I don't, it would be a challenge for me to answer that and say yes, being a dark-skinned American. Okay. First of all, dictatorship don't even work in this mother. Because in our blood is rebellion.
Right.
That's in the blood. That's why we got so many guns in this mother. So if we're finna get to it today, because that's why he brought me on, ladies and gentlemen. This stuff we've been doing for years. So if rebellion is in our blood, you can't get rid of the guns.
Facts.
You getting rid of the heart of who we are.
Yeah.
Now, that does pose a problem when you come to an environment like this with somebody who likes to keep up chaos. So, can a dictatorship be positive? Technically, it probably could. But in this case, nah. What are your thoughts?
How long? Okay. I think that, personally, I think a dictatorship is formed out of necessity, because if people are acting in a manner that is advancing their system or their place in this world, then there's no dictatorship that's needed. But if you think about it, how long are you supposed to let people just continue to make bad decisions without any repercussions? And those bad decisions actually harm other people. How many people in this country make decisions, Buck T, that cost you and me money?
Oh, bro, come on, fam.
So my point, that's my point. So do you allow that to keep happening in the hopes that maybe one day they figure it out? Or do you give them what I like to call the pep talk, which some people will say that's dictatorship?
Who need a pep talk?
Hey, I mean, it's a lot of people need pep talk, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people need pep talk, man, because I do the best I can to try not to make bad decisions, because that's when you can lose your paper, you can lose relationships. You know, the words that you say need to mean something. If they don't say nothing. You know, learn how to be silent. It's a whole different language that's even spoken in silence. That's a whole nother show. But a dictatorship, to me, nobody likes to be told what to do. It's inherent in us to rebel against that type of mentality. Now, what if the stuff that you were being told to do was beneficial for you? It was going to make you healthy. It was going to make you happy. It was going to make you progressive. It was going to make you a viable member of society. And it was going to make you the best version of yourself, even if you didn't want it to be.
Yeah, but hold on, bro. Now, yeah, in theory, yeah, but that's not what homie doing. So let's not.
No, we ain't talking about dude.
Okay, all I'm saying. He's doing the opposite, bro.
Yeah, this ain't got nothing to do with Lil Baby. No,
right. No. Right. I was just so the people know, so the people follow.
It can't nothing to me, personally, but that's just me. But I ain't got no problem with Baby.
But hold on, I don't necessarily think that's dictatorship. That's called strong leadership. If I'm trying to move the masses in a direction that we need to go, yeah, hey man, this is what we doing. Because this is where we are. Do y'all like where we are? No. Okay. These are the behaviors we think are going to take us where we need to go. Everybody in.
Everybody, some people, because there are those people who are going to say, nah, I ain't in. Because I'm going to do what I want to do. You
go over there.
Tell me. Now you become a dictator because this person say you can't just tell me what to do and boss me around. I don't care if it is good for me. I don't want to be good. Me personally, you know what I would do with it. But I'm just saying, the word dictator to some is a vilified word. To some people, is not.
Yeah, it can have a negative connotation.
I mean, think about it. I was talking to Frankie, and you know, some people really big on this freedom thing. They're very huge on it. You know, they want it, they gotta have it. Don't ever try to take it, this, that, and that. And I'm like, but your freedom don't come before mine.
Freedom ain't free, pimping.
Yeah, mine don't come before yours.
Right.
And he's like, well, it's my land and this, that, and that. I'm like, it's your land. I said, you think because you exchange some currency with the government that's your land? I said, let me explain it to you like this. You got a daughter, right? Yeah. That's her room in your house and you ain't allowed to go in there. Because it's her land.
Mm-hmm. It's her land.
I look at him, I said, now, is that her land or is that your house? I see what you said. Okay. Well, now that you see the play, you got to get out. People have to get out of that thing like they beat on the chest and say, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not. If the shit ever hit the fan, you're going to do exactly what you told to do. Mm-hmm. If the shit ever hit the fan and the military get involved and all that, you know, let's say it's movie time now, military walking down the streets, the fact that you want to go outside, I don't really think it's going to mean nothing. You're going to do what you're told. You're going to do what you're asked because that's what's best for business at that point in time. So at that point in time, the word dictator don't mean nothing bad if they're trying to protect us from a certain attack or whatever is going on. So go ahead.
No, I'll cut you off. Go ahead and finish that part.
The definition of the word dictator can be both positive and negative in my
opinion. No doubt. So let's bring it home for the folks. Break it down for them.
Yep.
After you see your doctor, you go to the doctor's visit, the doctor then goes and dictates his notes.
Yes.
Here's the positive side. He's literally taking what just happened and he's writing notes. He's dictating what took place and what the treatment plan should possibly be. So dictating is simple as it's diction, which is tied to words and verbiage. Correct. So it's neither positive or negative. It just is. You're dictating what direction you're heading in based on the behaviors of today.
So it's our emotions that make it positive or negative, which in hindsight being 2020 shouldn't be involved in the conversation anyway.
Yes and no. Yes, the emotions you should get out before the conversation, but your feelings are valid. Now, this is the thing that we get it confused. Feelings and emotions are two different things.
Agree.
You cannot control your feelings. That's the electrical impulses in your nervous system. Mm-hmm. If you get me and you walking down the block, we see two Dobermans with no leashes. Of course, we're right. We on edge, like, hey man, what they looking like? You know what I'm saying?
Why is the dog out there with no leash?
Yeah, chair, whatever. That we look at just in case.
Get your dog.
Get your dog before things get funky. Like a subject get a predicate, baby. You know what I'm saying? So those feelings are real. Mm-hmm. Then we sprinkle wisdom on top of that to emotion. Ooh. They put the electrical motion in play. So now we see, it's the two dogs, but it's a person right next to them, and they seem to have the dogs under control. So we ain't gotta.
Right.
We can de-escalate the situation. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. So that's the difference between feelings and emotions. Feelings are valid. You got, whatever you feel and pay attention to that. Mm-hmm. Look at it. Throw some wisdom on top of it. Mm-hmm. Then you act.
I think people sometimes with the feelings part, they lose rationality. Mm-hmm. And like feelings can really make you make poor decisions. You know, and I was a finance guy, man. I was a high-head dude, boy. Hey, shout out to SP, right on SP. Pleasant, because he used to tell me all the time, More, you cannot be so mad. Do you be mad, boy? I looked at every deal as, like, if a bank told me no, I literally was like, you want me to go home and tell my wife that we can't eat? Mm-hmm. And they
took it to heart.
Oh, my God. And they're like, man, you are nuts. I said, man, I'm telling you, nah, I'm about to get mad. Because you can't tell my mind that she can't do, and that's I took every deal like that. Now, it ended up working out but at the same time, feelings can lead to you making bad decisions. Mm-hmm. You don't sprinkle, as my man said, that wisdom on top of it. So, the art of staying calm in hectic waters is very important. And the biggest thing I want y'all to take out of this, I don't ever do anything that don't have a reason or a definition behind it. I use the word dictator because we're going to have to stop vilifying these words. It's certain words that are used now in society that have been vilified, and they don't have to be. The word like submission.
Ooh, hey man, this gonna have to be for another episode. You go down this road, boy.
I mean, I'm just saying that's not a vilifiable word. You want to vilify it because as soon as I say it, based on the media, based on what you've read, based on Charles Webster and everything else in between, now you want to feel some way about it. But think about all the ways that you submit on a daily basis and you don't even care. Every time you stop at a red stoplight, you submitting to that red light, but you don't care because it don't mean anything. But if somebody say, man, I need you to submit to me right quick, you're going to be like, what? I don't tap nothing. No.
Hold on. Dave. The people submit every month, bruh.
Yeah.
To the gas bill, to electric bill, water,
cell phone,
internet. You already submitted, bro. Submit that payment.
When you log on to something online, you got to click a button at the end that say submit. But now if you use it in this way, now everybody, What that? But you know what? We need Jay Ali for that one. That's a whole nother show, you right. But the reason I said that was there's certain words that are used that don't always have to be negative. And we got to stop that. You got to stop doing that. If something happened to you in your life where that word means negativity to you, use the context clues around what everybody's saying before you just want to turn sour.
Hold on, did you say context clues, double C?
Hey.
Oh, man, we taking it back to reading Rainbow, bro.
Hey, Rainbow. But
I can go anywhere.
Hey, that was good. Gone, little dude, LeVar.
Hey.
Appreciate you. But nah, man, we got to stop vilifying words and be able to have conversations where we don't agree and not hate each other. Like just because we don't see shit eye to eye, man, especially over something that's opinion based, that don't mean I hate you. That means we just don't agree about that. I said on my last podcast, as long as your core 5 things are all intact and we can agree on those, man, we can disagree about everything else. It don't matter. Those are all opinion-based things, and present your best argument. I present mine, and then we'll find the truth and what works best for both of us in the middle somewhere. You know, that's how it's supposed to go. That's how progression is supposed to be. But I had to bring my brother on, man, because, hey, it's a lot of people who I'm noticing a generational gap. Like the people that I have to call to do business with are not on the level of the people that I used to call to do business with. Like they missing a little bit. The intelligence or the critical thinking skills are not as developed as, in my opinion, they should be. But I think that's because people use this work-life balance thing as a crutch sometimes. You know what I mean? I definitely believe in it because you got to have a healthy balance of the two, especially if you got a family that you're responsible for or things that you're taking care of. But at some point in time, you got to handle business. And that has to be understood. So, you know, you got some companies now who got like de-stress chambers and like go sit in a chair that's hung in the ceiling that spin around or something. You know, I remember a couple of years ago, a dude told me, man, I need a mental health day. I said, what you need? He said, a mental health day. I said, what is that? That's the day you take off for your mental health. I said, you crazy? You all right? He said, yeah. I said, well, then what? A mental health day. I got home, man, my wife tore me up so bad. She said, you don't understand? And a mental health day, this. I'm like.
Well, they're asking you to do something that would have prevented you from being successful during the time period that you arrived in the industry. So 2 things. So let me jump in. I want to make sure we draw it all in for folks. So it seems like the theme today is being able to see negative and positive connotations in words. So using words to be able to also take both sides of the position, which we've talked about. So even in words, there are 2 sides, multiple sides to it.
Yes.
Now, if we're drawing this into the example that Dave is talking about, people were talking about mental health days to a guy who ate what he killed. There is no time off. I got to keep killing to get to a certain point. Now, we know better in 2025 that leads to burnout, anxiety, and loss of hope because it's just a repetitive cycle. Kill. Right? Even the lion takes rest in this hunting. The only animal that I know that's an apex predator that doesn't rest at hunting is the great white. That mug is just killing all the time. Right.
It's got to keep moving.
Right. Unfortunately, that is not us. We do need to reset. So in 2025, with all of the energy and technology coming at us, you do have to take a break. I get it now, but you're right. From our era, man, we ain't trying to hear that, bro. You better suck it up, player.
I told my old lady, I said, hey, do you think cavemen had time to be depressed? I said, or was they trying to figure out that when the lights go out and ain't no such thing as fire, and all them eyes, we start seeing them at nighttime, I don't have time to be depressed. I'm scared. Because I just want to make it to where the light come back on. So if your situation is dire enough, depression don't exist, sadness don't exist. It's a lot of shit that don't exist because there are other things that you have to concern yourself with. That's
survival.
Yes.
All those things go out. What does the great Eric Thomas say? You will succeed when you want it as bad as you want to breathe.
Breathe. That's right. That's
right. But that's too intense. Now, see, here's the challenge. That's too intense for some cats.
Well, if that right there, if that statement is too profound or too intense for you, then maybe you need a little bit of help with your self-growth. Because that statement can't be like that if you're trying to get to the next level or you're trying to level up. And, you know, we sit here and we take our time and we try to educate people. And the things that we say, and keep in mind, we got people above us that give us information. We process that information and then we trickle it down. And the thing that I hope is everybody who listening and watching, man, I hope that y'all hear something that resonates with you and you pass that information on, because we have to increase people's intelligence and how you handle difficult situations. And again, just because you don't agree don't mean that I demonize you or I hate you. Also, young folks, man, y'all, I ain't gonna get y'all today. I ain't gonna get you today. But let's be better. And old folks, guess what?
Be flexible. Old folks, I don't want to hear. I don't need to do that.
You're not always right. Let's get that out there. And you know why? Because time and things change in time. Technology is real. It changes rapidly. So that means that the opinion of things also change when new information is found out. Thus, this is a topic for a different time, like how they have not changed the Constitution, but never mind. I'm pretty sure that people that wrote that ain't like, yeah, and for 400 years, keep it the same. Because they had to worry about the same stuff, never mind. But now, make sure that you're doing the things that you need to do to make sure that you're being progressive, that you're taking care of mind, body, and soul. Three things that Bugsy told y'all about earlier. You know, if you don't remember, rewind it. I ain't gonna just keep telling you over and over again.
No, let me drop it on one more time, man. On the way out the door, man. You know, you gotta throw it back to him, baby. Rewind. So, PMCA: prayer, meditate, chant, and act.
There it is. He just gave it to you. And like anything else in life, when you run into new information, try it. What he just told you don't cost you no money, and it just costs you a little time.
That's it.
And what if the time that you spend doing those things actually brings you joy, peace, happiness, and income?
No doubt. Hey, can we leave on something, bro? Some of the greatest poets of our time?
Let's go.
I'd like to leave y'all with the Beastie Boys. What time is it? It's time to get ill.
No, man, I appreciate it. Love you, bro. I appreciate you.
No doubt. Love you, bro. I'll talk to you soon, fam.
Yes, sir. Hey, everybody,
yes,
he done gave you pearls. He done gave you wisdom. Hey, I'm going to keep bringing people. I'm going to keep having them talk to you. But, man, like I said, this man is in my circle, in my corner, I'm in his, and we want each other to be better. Very rarely in your life will you find people who really want you to succeed. So if you don't